What's up, travelers? Today, we are embarking on an exciting journey, getting off a cruise ship and hopping on to Spain's newest and possibly fastest high-speed train to Madrid, the IRYO train line. This relatively new high-end service is shaking up rail travel in Spain. But will we miss our first scheduled train? Will it go over 300 kilometers an hour? And what exactly is singular only you class like? And what kind of name is that anyway? What seats should you avoid? Get on board and let's find out on this bullet to Madrid. When we were planning this summer vacation, two things were clear. My wife wanted to visit Madrid, and her son absolutely loves the TV show Mighty Trains. So why not combine these two great things? Who wouldn't want to ride a bullet train that goes 187 miles an hour? Oh.
Deck 11.
Monday morning, 6 a.m. This part of our adventure begins bright and early in Barcelona. At the end of our fantastic Mediterranean cruise, you can find a link to that video in the description below. Thankfully, the ship was already docked because we had a packed day ahead of us.
Good morning,
We needed to eat breakfast, disembark, find our luggage, find a taxi, make our way to the train station, and catch our 8:50 a.m. train. Our main goal was to spend the day in Madrid, not in Barcelona. After a hearty breakfast, we had one final scan of our SeaPass card at 7:17 a.m. as we officially disembarked. Now to find our luggage. Is that it? With our bags in hand, next up was a wait in this taxi line. By 7:37 a.m., we were in a taxi and on our way to Barcelona Sants train station. 7:50 a.m., we could see the station exactly 1 hour before our train was scheduled to depart. This was almost too easy. Now just a quick bathroom break, through security, find our departure area. My wife even found a luxurious pay-per-use bathroom and was so impressed with it she decided to video the entire experience for us. We then found our departure area and were herded in like cattle. And all that was left was the waiting game. 8 minutes after our train was scheduled to depart, the waiting game stinks. And we're off. Shortly after 9 a.m., we were on the platform looking for our carriage. I actually was hoping to find a luggage car to offload these two full-size suitcases, but there is no separate luggage car. Once on board, we managed to stow our bags in the small baggage area near the entrance. It was now time to find our seats, which brings us to an important point, purchasing tickets. IRYO entered the high-speed train market in 2022. With their modern Italian Frecciarossa 1000 trains, IRYO prides itself on being the premium alternative in the competitive Spanish market. While their ticketing system offers complicated options, it essentially boils down to three main classes. Initial, the most affordable class featuring a 2x2 cabin layout with less personal space. Singular, only you. I think there's something lost in the translation there. The mid-tier ticket offering a larger, high-comfort XL seat in a 2x1 layout. And Infantia Bistro, their top-tier ticket. On paper, it seems similar to the mid-class ticket, as it shares the same XL seats, but this ticket includes a meal. Regardless of the class, all the seats are leather and come with the power outlets and 5G Wi-Fi. The middle and top-class tickets offer more generous luggage allowances and no trip change fees, much like airline flexible fees. Knowing that we would be coming directly from our cruise breakfast, we opted for the middle tier, expecting a similar experience but without the meal. The price difference between the two upper tiers can vary a bit, sometimes less than 10 euros, sometimes more than 20 euros, but often around 10 euros. The decision to purchase the mid-tier ticket, singular, only you, made perfect fiscal sense. However, it might not have been the best choice for the overall experience. What's not explicitly mentioned on the ticket page is that Infantia Bistro comes with additional perks. For starters, your seat will be in carriage 1, where first class would typically be. It also includes dedicated service, like a warm towel shortly after departure, a welcome drink and snack, and of course the aforementioned meal. Little did we know, by choosing the mid-ticket with no meal, we actually chose no service. Other than the ticket checker, I never saw a train employee in our car for the entire trip. No beverage cart, no snack cart. I did see a coffee cart, but it never entered our car. With that said, it wasn't like we were left to starve. The third carriage is also home to the cafe car, where all passengers can purchase sandwiches, a variety of snacks, drinks, or even a bucket of beers for 14 euros. You gotta love Spanish beer prices. That's the same price as one beer at a US airport bar. When you buy your tickets online, you can view and select your seats. Initially, we purchased 4A, B, and D, all with tables for an 8:10 train out of Barcelona, which we definitely would have missed if we kept our same schedule. So we moved back our tickets to 8:55 a.m. Unfortunately, on this train, all the table seats were already taken, and we ended up with 7A, B, and D. 7A and B would be looking backwards, which my wife definitely wasn't keen on. But that wasn't the only problem with these seats. While seats A and B do offer unlimited legroom, which is good, but there is no table at all, which is bad. Having some sort of table is pretty important for doing work, eating, or holding your bucket of beers. I would definitely avoid these seats. This section of Carriage 3 also offers accessibility seating, which explains the abundant legroom, and a huge, clean, accessible bathroom with a low sink. So low, in fact, I couldn't tell if there were sensors or knobs in the sink. As it turns out, it was not a no-touch system. With that out of the way, all we had to do was enjoy the ride and the views. If you like high-speed trains, hit that thumbs up button. IRYO offers 2 types of trips between Barcelona and Madrid. Most scheduled journeys include a stop in Zaragoza and take just shy of 3 hours. However, some trips are direct, with no stops coming in around 2 hours and 35 minutes. Fun side note, in 2010, my brother and I drove from Barcelona to Madrid, which took all day, but we did catch a glimpse of the early AVE bullet service. The XL seats were comfortable and my legroom was quite good for my 6'1" frame. The Wi-Fi service was good enough to stream video throughout the ride. For most of the trip, the train cruised along at around 295 kilometers an hour, but I did catch it once hitting 301 kilometers an hour, which is exactly 187 miles per hour. Take that, Amtrak. This was definitely the fastest we have traveled on land, and while it was smooth and quiet, you can absolutely feel the amazing speed. The stop in Zaragoza is about halfway through the trip, as you welcome new passengers.
If you have any questions, please
Before you know it, at 11:50 a.m., we were crawling into Madrid's train station. The train was scheduled to arrive at 11:40 a.m., but it didn't make it thanks to our late departure. But we were off the train before 12 noon. From there, we hopped on the metro, riding the one train a few stops to our hotel. 12:35, we popped out of the subway just in time to get pickpocketed. A little Spanish humor. It was time for me to get rid of these bags, though. We dropped our bags off at the Catalonia Hotel Gran Via, a nice, funky, modern hotel in the heart of Madrid. After that, it was time for 2 of our favorite things: tacos and hop-on, hop-off bus tours. Salud! Sometimes it's not about the destination, but the journey of getting there. And the IRYO train definitely made this trip memorable. Thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this at all, and consider subscribing if you're into family travel content. If you missed the first part of this trip, click here to see what a Mediterranean cruise is like on Voyager of the Seas.